Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I know it's weird. Welcome to Rise and Radke. If you are
Arisen today is arisen. We've already risen or something. What can we do there? There's a better play on words than that.
look at me, look at my lips like this. That's kind of sexy for a Monday morning. Oh, David!
We're gonna get bright.
David, that is bright!
I felt like we were too colored.
Oh my gosh! David! Now we're red like we've been tanning! Get it right, David!
How's that?
I'm gonna tell y'all what.
Good morning, Pacific Coast. We are here for you this morning. It is 8:18 on the West Coast.
You know what? If God had called me to be an early morning DJ, I literally would have just said to him, I can't do it, won't do it, can't do it, won't do it. I mean, this is 10:15, and
You're grumpy like it's 8:15.
well, for me it is 8:15. I've only been awake about 45 minutes, so. So if you are, let's say you're just cruising through Facebook, and you just got off work. You get off, you work a late shift, so you got off at like, I don't know, 10 a.m. and you're just cruising, and you're like, what are they? What?
That's not like standard time people would get off. That's not how like third shift.
If they're a nurse,
no,
they work the 10 to 10 shift. Yes, they do, David. I watched ER for years.
They'd be off early.
David.
Those ladies are.
I watch Chicago Men and I watch ER. I do those things. Plus, I know one or two. Anyway, and let's say you're just cruising by and you're like, what are the Radkes doing? Well, welcome to Rise and Radke. This is a morning thing that we do every single morning except for Saturdays and Sundays. We do it Monday through Friday at 8:15, but it's spring break and I'm not getting up at 8:15 at the butt crack of dawn for y'all. I just can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. And so we have decided to... I can't stand it when you do that.
When I look at you?
We have decided to do it at 10:15 for this week. I'm not kidding you. Stop it. We've decided to do it at 10:15 this week so that we could sleep in and have a little spring break ourselves, okay? But my therapist once told me, Melissa, you know what kind of girl you are? You're the kind that if you give her an inch, she takes them all. Remember when he said that? You were sitting in there for that one that day. And it's the truth. So when I know that I have to get up at 8:15, I get up at 8:11 and I'm all mad about it. Today, I got to sleep in because we didn't have it till 10:15. I woke up at 10, all mad about it. Saying it's early. But if you had given me noon, your coffee breath is killing me right now. It is straight up killing me.
I'm curious. I always like to say where some people are watching from, so we already have some of those. Let us know where you're watching from. Also, if you've never caught us live on Rise and Radke, maybe you've caught Melissa live on something else.
This is our banter. This is love.
If you've never caught us live Rise and Radke before, give us a thumbs up telling us this is your first time.
If you've never ever watched a Rise and Radke, we want to know it's your first time. Oh, there is one person.
So
not a heart, just a thumbs up.
We've got people from Ohio, California, from Scotland.
What? David, there's a lot of thumbs going by.
Spain.
David, there's a lot of thumbs.
We are going international going a little bit later.
David, there's thumbs.
Lots of thumbs.
Okay, y'all, this is our banter. This is what we do. For those of you who are watching for the very first time and you're thinking that I don't love my husband, no! Oh my God, look at all the thumbs. I adore him. This is just what we do, and it's how we've kept it electric, and it's how we, as the kids say, kept it 100.
We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Why didn't you get in there with me? Did you not remember that song?
I do remember it. They played it at the skate rink when I was growing up.
We've got Madrid, Spain, and Minnesota. We are bringing the world together.
You know what? You know what we are? We're the human corona. Bringing everybody together. We're bringing people together.
You do give people a rash.
Hey, I will say this. I'm not a hypochondriac, but I will say I have been feeling some things and I'm a little bit up in my feels today. I do think I'm suffering from something. You know, we should have, by the way, speaking of worldwide, we should have more people in Italy. God knows they ain't got a thing to do. They're quarantined for like 6 weeks. 16 million of them.
A friend of ours, Melinda Leak, she must be on spring break this week because I don't ever see her.
Well, she's a teacher, for God's sake, David. She is on spring break.
That's what I'm saying. She's
well,
probably on
this
spring
didn't
break.
work out. This one didn't work out.
We are also having people from Pennsylvania. Couldn't get that out of my mouth. Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Walmart. We got people watching from Walmart.
We got people watching from Walmart. Well, okay.
New Jersey, Oklahoma. You know what Melissa's trick is? When she goes to Walmart, she turns something on her phone and puts in her AirPods. So
why is that? That's not a trick. I mean, a lot of people do that. It's not like a trick.
Well, yeah, I mean that way, just when you see people you went.
I can't do small talk. It's very, very awkward for me. Like one time I saw a person in Walmart and they were like, Melissa, I haven't seen you since high school. And then I replied, Fritos?
Georgia, Nashville, we have several nurses confirming there is no 10 to 10 shift, but it's 7 to 7.
Okay, you know what, Patsy Johnson?
And Amy.
First of all.
There was others up top.
Okay, first of all, Patsy and Amy. Y'all didn't watch ER. Now, sometimes.
Tara Spencer. Lisa Hinkle, several say 7
A lot
to
of
7.
people are coming against me right now, and I'm feeling it. Yeah. No, by the way, you did not let me finish about what my symptoms are. So here are my symptoms. Number one, I know what I just did. Number one, look at this. I'm all splotchy on my chest. Look, David. I'm splotchy, red splotchy.
Yeah.
And I'm splotchy on my face, and I'm splotchy right here, and I've been sneezing a lot. So. Allergies or corona? Allergies or corona?
Hey, Melinda Leak is not on spring break. She is out because the schools are doing a deep cleaning for coronavirus. She says hashtag unnecessary panic.
Okay. Hey, may I just take a second to talk to the public schools who are doing a deep clean on corona? Perhaps y'all should have started a year ago with TikTok. Maybe y'all should have done a deep clean on your TikToks, okay? All you kids watching TikTok, which is like watching Sodom and Gomorrah on an app. Maybe y'all should have started there. I tell y'all what, I pull it up and I'm going to need some bleach. That is horrible. It is terrible. Do I watch it for makeup hacks and quick recipes? Yes, I do.
I'm sorry, that actually reminds me. I'm going to have to scroll because, wow, we got a lot of people on, a lot of comments. Hey, people are saying you got allergies. Get over it.
First of all, break that to me a little more gently, okay? For the person who said corona is in your lungs, I think you're good. That's Bethany McGee. Break that to me a little more gently, because I'm going to tell y'all what, and I'm not making fun of I am not at all downplaying corona. It is very serious. But if you think that there are not a handful of moms who would love to be self-quarantined for 2 weeks, you are wrong. All the moms who would like to find themselves locked into their own room with just a TV and a remote and a cell phone and a couple of magazines for 2 solid weeks, put your hands up. Up, come on, put them up. I know I would.
Hey, the guy on HBO that has the weekend review type thing.
John Oliver. This week tonight with John
Oliver. If you have not seen his, it's like a 15 or 20 minute bit on the coronavirus. I say it's a bit. There's actually some good information in there about just being, don't go overboard, but also don't act like it's nothing. But one of the funniest things in that thing, where people are calling radio stations and television stations, stuff like this, but someone called and said, is it true if I drink bleach every day, I'll be protected from the coronavirus?
To which John Oliver said, first of all, if you drink bleach every day, you for sure will not get the coronavirus, because there is no better medicine than death. Death is the best medicine. Someone called in and said, can I get coronavirus from eating Chinese food? To which John Oliver said...
Can I get the coronavirus from eating at Panda Express?
No, they did not. They said Chinese food. And no, they didn't. I don't like it when you get your jokes wrong. Okay. And he said, not only can you not get the coronavirus from eating Chinese food, you could go to Panda Express and order Chinese food and not even get to eat Chinese food. That's what he said, David.
Okay.
David...
maybe you're right.
Yeah, I know I'm...
It's just as funny to say, can I get corona the coronavirus from going to
That's
Panda
right.
Express,
It's
and he
not
said,
as funny.
"No, you can't get the coronavirus. You can't even get Chinese food there."
Okay.
The other thing, I saw a meme this morning. It was funny. It said this was like in 2026. A grandson asked a grandmother, "Tell me the story again about the coronavirus." And then it's a picture in her garage in front of like 1,000 rolls of toilet paper.
What is the deal with toilet paper? What is going on, America?
Everybody's making a run on water,
But
toilet
why
paper.
toilet paper? It doesn't give you the runs. It doesn't give you diarrhea.
I guess if you're going to be quarantined, though, you don't really want to run out of that. Like
Well,
if they said you can't come out of your
I'm
house.
gonna go with the logic of even if I'm not quarantined, I don't want to run out of it.
No, but I mean,
But I don't know why people are stocking up on it in such great demand. That is weird to me.
well, some of that is where they hear people. Like somebody said earlier, that their store was out of water, sanitizer, and toilet paper. They're already going out of stuff, and so people are like, "Oh no, I got to get more."
Well, I didn't have to go buy sanitizer. Do you know why? Because I have it all around my house. And there ain't a single person in my family that uses it. I bought it for my kids to attach to their backpacks for school. I've had them put it in their lunch kits. I've done that for years. None of them have ever used it. So I feel like I have a drawer full of sanitizer because now maybe, just possibly, the Radkes are deciding to get clean. God knows. I said, Remy, now is the time to go and use hand sanitizer. And she's like, oh, I got a drawer full of that. You've given me that for years. Like you put it in my stocking and everything, and I've never used it.
I like Donna Miller's idea. It would be a good time to reread your book while they're locked in their rooms.
That would be such a good...
That is
a great idea. Well, anyway, I'm just going to say, there have been times in my life where I have known people who got the flu or got pneumonia, and they had to go stay in the hospital for a week. And I didn't pray for them because I was jealous of them. I think that would be really nice to lay in a hospital, sick, with a TV right in front of you while people deliver your food on a rolling tray. I think that would be awesome. So if you're quarantined right now, I'm not thinking about you. I'm jealous of you. That's why I'm checking all my symptoms to make sure I don't have it, so that I could cut myself off from the rest of my family for 2 solid weeks. But anyway, go ahead, tell them about your weekend.
What was my weekend? Oh, we had a big weekend actually. The kids. Well, we probably told you about Remy's final All-Star game on Thursday. Rocco's final All-Star game was on Friday. Melissa's going to tell me to hush, but I am a proud father. They did lose. They lost against a team that ended up being in the finals. I actually did not see if they.
It doesn't matter, David. It doesn't matter, baby. No other parent gets home from a tournament and continues to check the bracket of teams that they don't know with kids they've never met.
Well, I kind of do. I want to know if the team that beat us ended up winning.
Oh my
But
gosh!
anyway, Rocco.
Raise your hand if you went to a bowl tournament and you had to pack 2 tiny lorazepams in a bag for your husband in case his blood pressure got elevated.
But it didn't.
I did. I have to hide 2 lorazepams every single time we go to a tournament. You shouldn't have to use medication to hold your temper at bay.
Well, let me finish talking about basketball. People get on to you all the time for cutting me off, and this is a good example.
Okay, first of all, your mother's not even on here today.
So Friday night, we did lose, and they beat us rather well. I was still proud of Rocco. I believe he scored 14 of the 18 points. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Rocco did really well. He's needed a little bit more help. So he did really good on Friday night. Then Saturday and Sunday, we were at a baseball tournament, and we did not fare so well, which is tough for our baseball team. Now, this is our first game back. Our first tournament back in like 4 or 5 months. They've won a lot of tournaments there. We were actually the highest rated going in or whatever, but we did not look good. I will say Rocco pitched good, but just
okay.
that was our weekend.
That was our
basketball,
weekend.
Baseball.
It was basketball and baseball. It was a beautiful weekend. It was perfect weather. We enjoyed being outside. But this is the start of our spring break, which is why the Rise and Radke is on at 10:15. If you're wondering why don't they normally do this at like 8:15? We do. We do it 5 days a week at 8:15. But this week we're doing it at 10:15 because it's spring break and we want to be able to sleep in and not get up early. We want to look nice for y'all and not like we just rolled out of bed. But here we are doing it at 10:15, and I literally just rolled out of bed. But Remy is not here. A couple of people have said, how is Remy doing? Remy seems to be fine. God knows. Resilient Remy is doing great. She is on a bus driving to Chicago. They got there late last night. Well, not late, but they got there last night. She's with all of her best friends. She's with the church youth group. They're doing some mission work in Chicago this weekend, and she's faring very, very well.
Here's the thing with Remy. She's going to a larger city, so we said, just be smart. How about no handshakes, just some fist bumps? Keep some hand sanitizer on you. Wash your hands every time you get a
Don't
chance.
touch your eyes, your nose, or your mouth.
Keep your hands off your face. Just all the smart stuff. We have yet to get a picture of Remy that's not like this. So she is.
Is it the guy that's serving pizza at the local pizza stand? Remy's like this. Is it her friends on a bus? Is it her in the 7-Eleven getting a big gulp with a guy behind the counter who appears to be some Indian man named, I can't remember what his name was, like this. Yeah, so she's not going to catch the coronavirus from shaking hands, but from putting her mouth up next to somebody else's, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Oh, that child. So I don't know what to do with her. She's, that's just Remy. She's a good time waiting to happen. Hey, I do want to tell you guys a couple of things, a couple of little housekeeping items. So I have something to tell you that I told you back in, I think, November or December. No, it's not. It's not breaking news. It's not. Absolutely not. Okay. I mentioned in November or December that I was doing an open closet, selling off some clothes. So here's the deal. I have a ton of clothes, and a lot of those were because they were clothes that the show bought for us that I wore one time and then could never wear again because they didn't want you to repeat stuff. Like, what? How is that real life? Am I right? Or two, never even got worn. Some things have tags on them. I mean, lots of things have tags on them. And I'm a plus size woman living in a Mrs. Size world. Am I right? Anyway. But if you are too, okay, if you're fluffy, if you are, as my mother has referred to me my entire life, corn-fed, but it wasn't hurtful. I'm just kidding. All the women in my family. In fact, all the women in my family are my size. And they're like, why are you selling these things? Just give them to us. But if you are, and you would like, and you're interested, be sure to tune in every day this week. We are trying to get pictures taken of them and then priced and hung up and uploaded so that you guys can come in and see if there's anything that you want. I don't need them, and some of them have been worn maybe once or twice. I mean, they are really in tip-top shape. So we're going to do that. And I just know that plus size clothes, there's just not a lot to choose from. They're hard to find. And so it's really nice to have a chance to look at some for those of you who are kind of busty like me or whatever. So, you may find something that you like. So stay tuned this week. I'll be putting up stuff about it if you are interested in that.
Hey, we've had several people ask and say they love this time. They love the 10:15 time. If we have more viewers at 10:15, would we move it from 8:15? Here's the thing. The only way that's going to happen, we got a lot of people that have never watched this again. I mean, they've never watched this originally. Hopefully they'll watch this again. But if you share, because if you're watching right now, maybe the people that you're friends with or follow you, also, this would be a good time for them. So share. If you like what you see, if you don't like what you see, share it for people that you don't care for. Ruin a little bit of their day.
That's right.
Waste some of their time.
That's right.
So we would consider it if there just seemed to be a better time. So share, and you might get your 10:15.
Nicole Miller just asked how plus is plus size. I ain't no size 12 girl. First of all, that sounds like a song. That sounds like a rap song.
I ain't no size 12 girl. I ain't no size 12 girl.
They run the gamut. Because my size it moves like the waves of the ocean, along with my emotions. It moves like the waves of the ocean, along with my emotions.
Her emotions moving all the time.
Okay, well, that was hurtful. Anyway, no, they honestly, you're gonna find the whole. I promise you, the whole gamut. Cindy Cox said, "Are you selling these online?" I am. And they're really slight. When I say slightly used, I'm not kidding you. Like sometimes some of them I've worn them 3-4 times. Some of them I've worn them a lot, and some of them I've worn them
all.
none at all. So I'll be sure and tell you, but just pay attention to my social media. I'll be letting people know when that sale begins and where you find them. But it will be in the next day, or it'll be in the next, like, this evening or tomorrow.
Speaking of sale, what other sale is there?
We're also cleaning house on all of our t-shirts. On all of our t-shirts and our bags and our Careful, this queso is hot mugs. We are spring cleaning. Just go to melissaradke.com/shop and you can find my Eat Cake Be Brave shirt. You can find I'm so freaking valuable shirt. Choose your own tattoo. All of that is 25% off. So David and I are just in the mood to clean house. We are just cleaning freaking house, okay? So we're doing that with our clothes.
Did you say 25% off?
I did say that.
What's the code?
David, I don't know. Oh, R and R. The words and. So letter R, A-N-D, R. Like Rise and Radke. There you go.
I'm putting it in the comments right now. I'll also put it up above as soon as we're done. So we have sold a lot of t-shirts, so we're probably running out of some sizes, but we still have a lot of t-shirts left. We've got the great coffee mugs, your Four Things totes, which you love to see people out and about with those.
Somebody just said, I saw an Ooh David t-shirt. We're not selling Ooh David t-shirts, although that would be genius because I say it all the time. But I got one. You may have missed Rise and Radke last week when I wore my Ooh David t-shirt. It was like, ew, David. And I got it, and I wear it, and I love it. We need to make those, Dave.
Well, that's kind of another show's thing, so that's kind of like some infringement. But
how are all those people on Etsy selling them?
I don't know. They probably don't care about law.
It's 100%. David, oh my God, you are so the Attorney General. It just drives me insane. Okay, that is literally it. So if you just tuned into Rise and Radke and you're like, what is this show about? Sadly, you just saw it. We go over the world events, but there's no world events other than coronavirus and politics. And coronavirus is not anything to be super afraid of, but it's still to be respectful of.
It's literally, in political realm, we don't really get into politics. But just if you are not aware, every single person in the Democratic Party is behind Joe Biden, except Bernie Sanders, obviously, and then Elizabeth Warren is waiting to determine what she's going to do.
So you just summed up.
So I'm just helping you. You don't have to, spend 4 hours on, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, whatever. That's kind of what's happening in the political world.
Okay, that's the only thing we see on the news. That's it for us. Yeah, so that's what's going on in the world. I'm sorry it's not more exciting than that. But until the news gets more exciting, what am I supposed to do for y'all? Although we did see a really good Netflix movie this weekend, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. It was really good.
Is that coming up Thursday on?
It's coming out on Streamer, so I'm not going to tell you what it was, but it was really good.
It was good.
So that's it for us. We will be back here tomorrow at 10:15. Stay tuned for what we're doing with these dadgun clothes. Okay.
Oh, you had a really good quote.
Oh, yeah. I always, by the way, if you're new to Rise and Radke, I'll always end every single episode with a quote. Sometimes they're funny and they're stupid and they're silly, and sometimes they mean something. And this is the quote that I want you to take with you on this Monday. Are you ready? There are tons of people who love you. There are. You know that and I know that. You may think that there's not. You may feel very much alone. But I assure you, look around. There are a lot of people who love you. So stop focusing on the people who don't. A friend of mine posted that this week, and it just kind of hit me between the eyes. I tend to be a person that it doesn't matter who follows me or likes me or the friendships that I have in my life. I am inevitably going to laser in on the ones that don't and try to figure that out. Enough of that. Okay, there's enough anxiety and worry in our world. Let's not focus on that. There are plenty of people who love you and plenty of people who love me. Let's focus on those people and not on the people who don't. Okay? So have a wonderful Monday. We will see you back here tomorrow, Tuesday at 10:15.
See you guys.
Bye, y'all.